Yesterday I watched an ESPN program, pardon the interruption, and what I was interested in seeing was this segment, Brady Trophy, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady there, this is Wilbon, and Doofus, I can't remember his name. They're entertainment reporters, and these are entertainers. Now, I'm a retired lawyer, and I talked with other retired lawyers, and one of them was a tax lawyer, and he said, yeah, the NFL, it's entertainment business, just like ballet. In fact, the players in the same category as ballet dancers. Now, I don't know what's true. I just know what I've told. It's a credible source. But so, presently, the NFL Championship Trophy is called the Vince Lombardi Trophy. Now, Wilbon says Bill Belichick wants Super Bowl trophy to be renamed after Tom Brady. That's kind of altering slightly what he actually said, but the players play the game. He said maybe it should be named after a player. So this is not a new idea. I'm a writer, if you don't know. I've been a writer for more than 50 years, paid writer. And a few years ago, my literary agent retired. And 3 years ago, on Kindle, Amazon Kindle, I wrote this book. The Lombardi Trophy should be renamed. And I didn't sell any copies. I sold one to myself. I wanted to verify it was working. It had been up for sale. Nobody bought it. So I did a free promotion. Some people downloaded it. But Amazon also provides information on page reads. And last time I checked, there were 0 page reads. I did a new cover and kept it up for sale for a while. And the new cover changed the title slightly on the cover. It didn't have a question mark. So I went over the history of the name of NFL champion trophies and talked about exactly that. If you name it for a player. Now, the 3 times the NFL teams have won 3 championships in a row. Vince Lombardi won 5 NFL titles, 61, 62. He lost in 60, made it the title game. 63, the Bears won. 64, the Browns. And then 65, 66, 67, it was the Packers. The Vince Lombardi Trophy is now given to the NFL champion. Now, the NFL's main success since at least the 1940s has been propaganda in the interest of making money. So they make money by convincing fans that NFL's better now than ever. And the recent champions, the ones I remember, are the best players. And it's really arguable proposition. So, it's been the Vince Lombardi Trophy, NFL champion, 71 since to 2022 when I published this book. The Canadian Football League has given the Grey Cup since 1909. What was the NFL Championship Trophy before it was the Vince Lombardi Trophy? Had a name. Ed Thorp Memorial Trophy. NFL Ed Thorp Memorial Trophy. The trophy was renamed. The last winner was the Ed Thorp Memorial Trophy was the Vikings. Before it was renamed for Vince Lombardi. What was it named before that? It was named the Brunswick-Balke-Collander Cup from 1920, 1933, 1934, 1969, Ed Thorp. After that, Vince Lombardi. Now, let's see. This was my second cover. So, should it be named for player? Well, I have a whole chapter about that in this book. Chapter about naming it for others and naming it for players, and for players who had actually been in the Super Bowl. And I delineate it by two types. NFL players who actually did something productive with their life, and those who did not, that just stayed entertainers. So thus far, Troy Aikman, Tom Brady, they've just stayed entertainers, just in a different part of the domain, and haven't done anything with their life. So what I suggested in this book, which I unpublished since nobody bought a copy, and I didn't think anybody would ever be interested in talking about whether to change the Lombardi Trophy name, I said Curtis McClinton Jr. Curtis McClinton Jr. scored the first touchdown for the AFL in Super Bowl I, member of the Kansas City Chiefs. I interviewed him in 2008. Hour-long interview. Very fascinating fellow. After retiring from the NFL, he finished his education by earning a doctorate, worked in banking and economics, and became vice mayor of Washington, D.C. He did stuff with his life. Everybody I met and everybody I talked to told me only praiseworthy things about Curtis McClinton Jr. He helped people for the rest of his life. I found things I didn't know about Len Dawson. He did behind the scenes charitable work that he didn't want public recognition for. He was just a fantastic man. Even though he continued publicly as a entertainment reporter, he did a lot of good. And there's somebody who has to die before I can tell the story. So anyway, I made a whole list of people, both coaches and players. I said in my book, you could rename the trophy periodically, even annually, announce 3 years in advance, just like they announce where the Super Bowl will be played. Well, they could announce the name of the trophies, change the trophy's name for great men like Curtis McClinton Jr. Coaches, well, while Lombardi was teaching girls basketball and he got a deferment from the military, during World War II to coach girls basketball at a private Catholic school in New Jersey. Tom Landry was flying B-17 bomber missions. His aircraft was struck by enemy fire on every combat mission he flew. Norm Van Brocklin, MVP as a player, won 2 NFL championships as a player, as a quarterback, and then became an NFL head coach. In World War II, he had 3 battle stars on a destroyer, all hands combat. There's a lot of guys who the championship would be honored by having their name attached to it. But the NFL is mainly in the propaganda entertainment business. Entertainment players, entertainment reporters. While I'm recording this, the plane just crashed in the Potomac, plane from Wichita, Kansas, and a lot of firefighters and EMTs on site. And they're actually doing something with their lives. They're not mere entertainers or entertainment reporters. So, what I've found, sometimes people complain, well, what did you do with your life? Well, I was a firefighter EMT when I was young for 10 years. This guy, Kev, he wrote a book on high angle rescue, which is still used. Wrote it 40 years ago. That's me. That's Patrick Allen Hamilton. We were partners on the ambulance and partners on the rescue squad. Later, we practiced law together in the United States Supreme Court. Patrick Allen Hamilton, Robert M. Beatty, petition for writ of certiorari. We did stuff with our lives. That's me. We were in a parade. Bunch of guys. We worked hard, but we had a lot of fun. Yeah, I got commendations, along with the other guys. So yeah, I started off. I also played football for that matter. I was quarterback of that's me, 21. Quarterback, captain of the fire department charity football team. And of course in school, I played football. That's me, number 68, linebacker. Ernie Jacobs, and I became a firefighter. He became a police officer. And in the games where all the organizations played, we ended up 1-2 in the 100-yard dash. So, started off as a firefighter and followed guys into burning buildings. Then I went through the ranks and became I led guys into burning buildings. One of the entertainment reporters who used to be an entertainer playing football was complaining about referees. Oh, they couldn't do what I did. Well, I don't know that guy anybody would follow him into a burning building. But there's a million firefighters, and we know what we do. We don't get paid like entertainers, but we had our day. Now, Lombardi Trophy, I'm not saying name it for a firefighter, but Sure, Lombardi Trophy should be renamed. Let's see. Well, I may talk more about this another time. I'm actually decided I would. Oh, yeah, it was 30 missions. May rewrite this and republish.